All right, let's dive right in. Today we're talking about something pretty powerful and, yeah, high stakes, taking direct hands-on control of your own retirement funds. We're going to look at a tool that lets you move at the speed of the market, which is absolutely crucial in fast-paced worlds like Forex trading. So how do you get your retirement into the fast lane? Let's find out.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever been there? You spot the perfect investment, the perfect trade, but then you just have to watch it vanish while you're stuck waiting for your IRA custodian to process everything? It's a huge frustration for any active investor. You see the move, but your money, it's stuck on the sidelines.
And that right there is the classic investor's dilemma. Traditional IRAs, the ones controlled by custodians, they often have these built-in delays and a really limited menu of what you can even invest in. In markets that can shift in minutes or even seconds, those delays mean you're not just slow, you're completely out of the game.
But what if you could just cut out that middleman? What if the second you saw an opportunity, you could act on it instantly, with the same ease as just writing a check? Well, that single question, it leads us straight to a really powerful solution.
This is where the Checkbook IRA enters the picture. It's a very specific kind of self-directed IRA, and it's designed for one thing: to give you, the investor, the ultimate authority and speed over your own retirement funds.
So what is this thing exactly? Well, a Checkbook IRA lets you manage your investments directly. Now, the key phrase here, the real magic, is structured with a dedicated LLC. That limited liability company, that's the legal engine that makes this whole thing work. See, your IRA owns the LLC, and you manage the LLC. This structure is what legally separates the funds and lets you act as the manager, making investments straight from the LLC's bank account. It effectively gives you checkbook control.
Now, setting this up might sound super complicated, but it really boils down to two core steps. First, you create an LLC that is owned 100% by your IRA, and this is important, not by you personally. Second, you do still need a qualified custodian in the background. Their job is to hold the IRA's interest in the LLC and help make sure you're following the rules. They're just not involved in every single transaction.
So why would anyone go through all this trouble? Well, for traders in certain markets, the benefits are just huge. Let's take a look at the world of Forex trading. A 24-hour market where speed is literally everything. This is where a tool like the Checkbook IRA can truly shine.
And here are the advantages, laid out plain and simple. You get direct control. You can execute trades instantly, no more waiting. You get incredible flexibility to trade a huge range of assets, not just some pre-approved list from a custodian. There's cost efficiency, because you could be cutting out all those transaction-by-transaction approval fees. And of course, the whole thing is wrapped in the awesome tax benefits of an IRA, where all your gains can grow tax-deferred. It's power, speed, and efficiency all rolled into one. It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? I mean, this kind of unprecedented control over your own retirement money. But this is the point where we have to hit the brakes. Because with great power comes, well, it comes with a pretty significant catch.
And it's not just about risk, it's a fundamental trade-off. You are literally trading the safety and the guidance of a custodian for total, unfiltered control. And what that means is you're also taking on all of the responsibility that comes with it, the whole shebang.
This quote, this gets right to the heart of it. In a normal IRA, your custodian is your compliance backstop. They help keep you from breaking the rules. With a Checkbook IRA, that job is now yours. And believe me, the IRS has very strict rules about prohibited transactions. Things like lending the money to yourself or buying a vacation home for personal use. One mistake, just one slip-up, could cause the IRS to treat your entire IRA as distributed, and that could trigger massive taxes and penalties.
So let's break these responsibilities down. First, IRS compliance. That's all you. You're the one on the hook. Second, you've got counterparty risk. That's the risk that the person on the other side of your trade just fails to pay up. Then there's leverage risk, which is especially high in Forex. Using leverage is like borrowing money to make bigger trades. Yeah, it can magnify your gains, but it can magnify your losses just as fast and could wipe out your account in an instant. And finally, you have to manage all the trading fees yourself, making sure they don't just silently eat away at your retirement savings. Okay, to make this trade-off crystal clear, let's just put it all side by side.
Just look at this breakdown. It says it all, right? With the custodian, your control is limited, your speed is slower, and your options are restricted. But, and this is the big but, the custodian handles compliance. Now, with a Checkbook IRA, you flip the script entirely. You get direct control, immediate speed, and broad options. The price for all that? Compliance is now 100% on you.
So,
When you weigh the incredible speed and power against all the risks and the heavy responsibility, what's the ultimate takeaway here?
It really just comes down to this duality. On one hand, you get this unprecedented flexibility. The power to act instantly is right in your hands. But on the other hand, you accept absolute responsibility. You're not just the investor anymore. You're also the compliance officer, the risk manager, and the sole decision maker. You've essentially traded a safety net for a pilot's license.
And that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. A checkbook IRA is definitely not for everyone. It's a high-performance vehicle built for sophisticated investors who are truly prepared to take the wheel completely. So you just have to ask yourself, when it comes to your retirement, are you more comfortable being a passenger or are you ready to be the pilot?